the Not So Small Talk show where every week you can come learn big news. I'm your host, Jillian Coles, and today I'm here with
Elena
and Savannah.
As always, how was your guys' weekends?
It was really good. Easter was a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Easter.
Yeah.
Why did I kind of forget that happened? That's so horrible. Savannah, how was your birthday?
It was amazing. I went and saw Jack and Jack in Columbus on my actual birthday.
That's so cool.
Went to a sound check and a meet and greet, and they were so incredibly nice.
That's so cool.
So amazing. Anything fun this weekend?
A lot of cleaning.
Yeah, spring cleaning is in full bloom.
Yeah.
But we are for sure in April showers bring May flowers.
Absolutely.
There aren't the
Yes.
most amount of flowers after this month.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be frustrating. But we are not a weather channel. But we do talk about Cincinnati.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So Savannah, fill us in. What do we have going on in Cincinnati right
All
now?
right. So tomorrow marks the last home game of the Cincinnati Cyclone season.
Ew.
It is Fan Appreciation Night with so many deals for fans. So if you go tomorrow night, you can enjoy some hockey as well as $2 hot dogs, sodas, and beer. And tickets start at just $23.
Wow.
That's not bad at all.
That's
good.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, we also have some concerts coming to Cincinnati that just got announced. So Kid Leroy at Andrew J. Brady on June 28th. You guys are going to have to help me with this one.
We have Orville Peck at the Andrew J. Brady on June 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And then Glass Animals at Riverbend on August 25th. So those are exciting. Get your tickets.
Yep. So excited.
I also think it's pretty cool. I think we haven't really mentioned this. We have so many concert venues in
We
Cincinnati.
do.
And
It's insane.
we're really lucky to have, I know multiple people not from Northern Kentucky who have rarely went to any concerts in their life.
Yeah.
And I'm I feel like that's just a weekend event for us, sometimes because of how lucky we are to be living in this area.
Yeah.
But super exciting. The Red season is back. We are back in town. We just had opening day last Thursday, which was really fun. So many people at the parade.
Absolutely, yes.
But Elena, want to let us know what concerts are going to be coming to the Red season?
Yeah, so we have Thomas Rhett coming on August 29th and Shaq O'Neal and Nelly on August 16th. So that should be a lot of fun.
Shaquille O'Neal DJing is going to be a sight to see.
I am excited for that one.
And Nelly just has a good time. So I think
Yep.
that is going to be such a fun concert. Hopefully the Reds win, and then it'll be even more fun.
Yeah.
I have seen Thomas Rhett a few times at Riverbend and stuff, so I don't know that I will be making the trip to that one.
I do have to say, Shaq is my mom's favorite person ever.
That's so random.
My mom said that she would leave my dad if Shaq asked her to marry her.
That's
goodness.
And she said, yes, I would 100% do that because I just love Shaq and everything that he's doing.
My mom loves normal 80s, 90s George Clooney.
I think my mom's favorite is Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
What? These are the most random people for moms to love. You
Okay,
guys are-
I have a funny story about him. My dog's name is Bruce Wayne. So we call my dog Bruce Dwayne The Rock Johnson sometimes, and that's his nickname.
So Batman The Rock.
Yeah, Batman
Right?
The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Yep.
That's really good. Well, we do have a little bit different of a vibe for our foundation this week. We are going to steer away from Cincinnati, considering we're not even in Cincinnati right now. We're in Kentucky. And we're going to talk about a Kentucky foundation with a super famous celebrity.
Yeah.
Savannah, let us know what's going on.
Okay, so this week's foundation is the Jack Harlow Foundation, and recently for his No Place Like Home tour that happened in Kentucky for his 6 shows, he usually collects donations. So for this time around, he collected donations such as deodorant, body wash, non-perishable foods, toilet paper, paper towel rolls, and children's pajamas.
Wow. That's amazing that, he covers so many different aspects and stuff. And speaking of that, his foundation doesn't necessarily do anything specific. They don't have their own specific events is what I've been learning. But they support Neighborhood House, which is, these are all local foundations to Louisville. Louisville Ballet, Sowing Seeds, Queer Kentucky, Adelante, Centra, Latino, Russell, and Sponsor for Success.
That's great.
So I think he kind of dips his toe everywhere,
Yeah.
which I think is cool. I don't think we see that a lot. I think a lot of foundations
not at
kind of
all.
do their own thing,
Yeah.
have their own niche.
Yes.
But I think it'd be cool to find more people that just their foundation is to support other foundations.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool aspect for a foundation to have, is to like really bring in all the other like different foundations.
I really agree. I actually was doing something with my internship yesterday with Anthony Munoz Foundation, and like was scrolling through other foundations, social media pages and everything, and I learned how much like all the foundations in Cincinnati really support each other. Like on all of their pages, I saw like multiple reposts of like our foundation and stuff, and I was like, that's like incredible that they all kind of just like work together, and it's not a competition, it's nothing like that in any way. But as always, please get involved in a foundation and do some nonprofit work, get out in the community and everything. But do you guys have a concert you're most excited for that we have listed right now?
Ooh, I am most excited about the Kid Leroy concert.
Okay.
I feel like that'll be like a really fun one.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited for Glass Animals because I've always been a fan of them. So hopefully I get tickets this time around.
Yeah, that was my second one I was excited for. So
yeah, well, I'm most excited for Thomas Rhett, but that was Cincinnati with us. And when we come back, we're talking Iheart Radio Music Awards and some tea that we have to spill.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, guys. We are back with the Iheart Radio Music Awards. Savannah, want to fill us in about that a little bit?
Yeah, so it happened on April 1st of all days.
Of course, April 1st.
We had a lot of awards go out to some incredible people. So for the Innovator Award, we had Beyonce win that. Ooh. The Icon Award went to Cher.
Interesting.
And the Landmark Award went to Green Day. Yep.
That is like a throwback set.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Guts won Pop Album of the Year, which
she deserves it.
Which like is really shocking that Taylor Swift didn't win it, but I'm so happy that we're gonna like highlight Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
She deserves it.
But speaking of Taylor Swift, she did win Artist of the Year.
Of course, I figured.
Yep, of course.
She like sent in a video message for it, I think dropping hints on the upcoming album that's coming out this month. Like, we're just a few weeks away from a new Taylor Swift album.
I feel like it's not April, so...
No, it still feels like March to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ludacris hosted the show and performed a melody of his music, which I must say, Ludacris, he feels very underrated to me.
Yeah.
I love Ludacris.
I think he's kind of just, like, slides under the radar.
Yeah.
With everything he does now. He didn't used to, obviously.
He has all these hits.
So, yeah.
Because, like, they brought him out for the Super Bowl halftime show, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, great music. Tate McRae had a phenomenal performance of Greedy and X's, which her album Think Later I really love.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think the reason that I'm not fond of it is because if I listen to the radio, it's only Tate McRae. And it's like, that's great, but I need to hear something else for once.
Yeah.
Not that I listen to the radio often, but it's like, and her whole hype came from just like how hot she was.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to focus, like, is she a good artist? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, for once. Like, can we just, about that? But No hate towards her, obviously.
Yeah. And finally, I think we have the biggest news out of all this to come out of here is JoJo Siwa's new era.
She's not kid friendly anymore.
She's not.
I'm so trying to be nice. I really am. And like for the longest time, I was like, shoot, I'd put my hair in a high ponytail and put the giant bow on my head if I got to live that lavishly. Like, of course. I want, what car does she have? I forget what it is.
I think it's like a Tesla, maybe?
No, it's a,
And all I know is it's wrapped with her face on it.
Oh yeah, that's all I know. That's all I know.
Like, staple celebrity car. Oh my, I can't think of it right now. But her whole face is on it. So, that's amazing. But her new era.
It's confusing me.
Is it like, or adults aren't like demons? Like what is her like? Is she trying to be like Lady Gaga?
I heard she's trying to be like Miley, like 2013 Miley.
No.
Yes, I see Miley Cyrus in her, like just the vibes.
Bro, no. Miley Cyrus is amazing, amazing.
Just by the looks and like the costume, I see Miley Cyrus.
I see Lady Gaga completely.
Oh yeah,
but Lady Gaga wasn't like, I'm an adult now. I can do whatever I want, and it's like, why do you have to act like that? No one is saying you can't.
No.
I feel like she's like arguing a battle that like no one's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But that's great for her. I'm so happy that she's an adult now and that she's growing up. And
absolutely.
Everything. Yeah. Little bit more sensitive a topic, but the media is buzzing about it. So there's going to be some sensitive terms used here. P. Diddy is in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know how much you guys know about it, but
I know like none of this.
Oh my gosh!
I just know.
Sit back.
I just know there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
So he was accused of sex trafficking, sexual abuse, and rape.
Yep.
His accusations were made by a former partner named Cassandra Ventura. She goes by Cassie, but she said that she was raped, physically and mentally abused, and forced to carry a firearm.
Which is insane.
So this happened back in November with Cassie, and the case was like immediately disclosed, basically with P. Diddy paying it off. So no one really got in trouble. It didn't really hit the news. It was one accusation. Well, flash forward to February. He was being accused with similar allegations by a producer that he had worked with, Rodney Jones. This producer accused him of regularly hosting sex trafficking parties and underage women and illegal drugs. So I think the biggest thing that not the biggest thing, but one of the things that I took away from it was that like even his neighbors, like there would constantly be women, like groups of women coming in and out of his house at all times. To where they didn't even think anything of it. Could you imagine, like, you're a neighbor and, like, you're just sitting there and it's like, I would feel like that would raise attention to me. But another allegation came from Joey Dickerson Neal, which was a college girl that he forced to have dinner with them, and he drugged her at dinner and then sexually assaulted her.
That's so sad.
But P. Diddy basically said, let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of these awful things being alleged. He said, I will fight for my name, my family, and my truth. But it is pretty obvious that these things are happening. It's not a lie, and a lot of more famous people are coming out and not even just accusing him, but also being involved. So I think it's going to ruin a lot of reputations with this case. But I feel like this is a bunch of deep things coming out with like the Quiet on Set stuff and everything. But when we come back, we are going to talk about The Bachelor, and it's the final time we'll do it. So tune in.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
Savannah, unfortunately, we've come to a close. The final episode of The Bachelor, although it happened last week, we didn't get a chance to have a show with opening day. So we got to recap it. We got to talk. How do you feel about the never before seen ending that they kept talking about?
Honestly, I loved it.
I think so too.
It was,
I think so too.
Being a Daisy defender till the day I die. I love her so much.
Yeah, she's a great person. She really
is.
I think I was more not, and you can attest to this, I was less of like a Daisy hater, more of a Joey and Daisy hater. Yeah. And I got my way. Yeah. I just want to say that. I got my way. But Kelsey and Joey are so cute.
They are.
I think they're so normal. Like, I think it doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be loud and obnoxious. And I think it just kind of shows how truly in love they were, that everyone kind of missed them throughout all the chaos. And I was like, they just kind of like got to secretly have their connection, even though Maria was blowing up and what's her name? I can't ever think of it. I always want to say Kelsey and it's not. The girl that would always fight Maria.
What is her name?
I know. That's so bad. We only watched a whole season just to forget one of the biggest moments names.
Yeah.
But obviously Daisy is America's sweetheart right now.
Yeah.
Do you like her friendship with Rachel?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah, I think Rachel kind of got, I think she just has an RBF.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's it. I think she just has an RBF.
I can see it now.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not that she's like rude or anything, because obviously she's friends with Daisy. Like, how could you be? Except I will say, like, my sweetest friend loves, not that like I'm constantly like being her, but like loves to hang out with me because I'll say a lot more than she will, and I think she thinks it's entertaining. So maybe that's their relationship too. Like Rachel's more open-minded and Daisy gets to just be like, you're hilarious, and I'm not gonna say that, but but I think it's really fun. How do we feel about the new Bachelorette?
I was surprised.
Yeah,
I must say, because it sounds like Daisy turned it down. And then obviously everyone's like, oh, Maria is going to be the new Bachelorette. But
I think she turned it down too.
I think she turned it down, yeah.
I know they didn't say they offered it to her, but I think she turned it down. I think I just want to see her on Paradise.
I think that would be really cool to see.
Goodness.
Because she like is so entertaining, and I think she would get to talk more and meet different people, not just one person. Yeah. Well, I guess you do for the Bachelorette too. You get to meet a lot of people.
But there's so many options on Paradise. Exactly. So I feel like it's better suited for her.
And you already go in like kind of knowing their personalities.
Yeah.
And like you don't have to like completely start from the beginning.
Yeah.
There is someone made a TikTok on the season. Oh, Autumn. Do you remember Autumn? I was like day one Autumn
was
fan.
That like Daisy's best friend
on
the show?
Like, okay, it was just like super quiet. I thought she was super cute. I don't think Joey ever had true interest in her, but I just think she is so lighthearted, just like Daisy. She like made a TikTok saying like us wanting to go to Paradise. So I'm curious to see where that goes, and I'm curious to see if Daisy goes on Paradise.
That'd be so cool to see, yeah.
Which like they need to put her on there. They need to put her and Maria on there to keep views up.
Yeah.
Because I don't dislike Jen. I don't want you guys to ever think that that's the case. It's that her season is just going to be another charity season. It was just kind of boring. Nothing crazy happened. You know what I mean? Did you watch charity season?
No.
Yeah, it was just like okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a never before seen ending. It's just like she fell in love and now she's married, which is great. That's literally what the show's for. But I need the excitement. That's the whole reason I watch it.
You know what? Congratulations to Jen.
Exactly. She's gonna find love. Yeah, she's gonna find love. It's gonna be great. I don't even think she was that into Joey half the time. I think she just like was. What did they make fun of her for? Keep saying it was like, it's just so pretty or something. That's what it was. And they showed like 400 clips of her going, it's so pretty. This is so pretty. I'm like, yeah, that's your whole vocabulary. That's why I'm not excited.
The sad thing about this episode, 20 minutes before I was about to watch it, I saw a TikTok from Good Morning America, and it was spoiled for me.
Oh no.
And I saw that Joey and Kelsey got the ring, and I'm like, well, that ruins it. That ruined it for me. And like, I was finally gonna get to watch the final episode without watching any other episode, and it just like ruined it for me.
Well, the never before seen ending is because Daisy and Kelsey arrived to the engagement together. And that Daisy broke up with him because she's so self-aware that she knows, like, you're not in love with me. Like, come on.
Was
like,
that the clip of him like crying, walking off set?
It was like more of like happy tears, like I wish the best for you. Like the show definitely dramatized that,
because that was like the first clip of the entire show was that.
Right, that was my first note that I took when we started this podcast was Joey's crying and Billie Eilish is playing. That's all I know right now. I'm so excited. They need more Joeys for The Bachelor. That's all I know.
Absolutely.
Joey's a sweetheart.
More Joeys, more exciting girls, but maybe Jen will be the most exciting and we're all just gonna be like completely shocked. I would love that. I would love another Hannah Brown like secret to come out, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but that was The Bachelor, and we're putting our final cap on it. Cries. But when we come back, of course, Elena will take us through Gossip Circle and Trends.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much,
for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot,
for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Guys, welcome back to Gossip Circle and Trends. So the first one I have for you is the air fighting trend. And have you guys seen this one?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Where they would just like fight and like, I'm gonna go to Target, and the guy's like, for what? And he's like, the girl's like, I don't know, we'll see when we get there. Maybe just to walk around. And it's so funny. I saw one last night where like the mom was like, there's a mom and a dad, and the mom was like, oh my gosh, I hope our first child is gonna be a girl, and the guy's like, I hope it's a boy. No. 4 kids in, and it's just like the little 1-year-old girl just like fighting like, you lost. And like the dad got up, and she's like, no, you're down, you're staying down. And that was honestly a really cute moment.
I love the family ones and everything, but I saw one that the girl jumped back and forth like an argument with herself, and I was like, no, that my brain. That is so funny. That's my brain. It's like, I forget what it was. It was like I don't know. It was like, I don't need to do this right now. And it's like, but you want to. Like, and I was
but
like,
you need to.
So relatable. That is so relatable.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok the other day that like explained like the brain of like someone with ADHD, and I'm like, not diagnosed, but like I was like, that is my brain. Like maybe I need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's kind of how similar the like fighting trend with the girl by herself was. It's like
I also saw one with like schizophrenia, and like the guy's like, oh, let's just fight with myself. And like, who are you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to you, of course. Like, and it's like your imaginary like ghost, I guess.
TikTok can be so like grueling with that kind of stuff. Like
it can be so out of pocket, but like so funny.
But like if it's that person, like, you know what I mean, like making light of their own situation, like that's funny.
Yeah.
Right.
And then another one that I have is whoever moves first has to make dinner. So basically, it's a couple, and either the girl or the guy says whoever moves first has to make dinner. And like they're just like standing still, and then they just stand still for the entirety of one. But I saw one on like April Fool's, and like the guy like pretended to like propose to a girl. Obviously it was scripted and all of that,
right?
But we didn't know until like afterwards, and we're like, oh, it's April Fool's, like haha, very funny.
Yeah.
And like the girl said no, like why would you ask that?
Was it like a famous like TikTok couple?
No, it wasn't. It was like a smaller one, and like it was just like so funny.
That is funny. I saw one very similar to that was like whoever talks about their boyfriend first has to buy dinner, and it was like these two girls just like looking around like, we're not gonna talk about anything now. No one's buying dinner.
I think I saw something similar to that trend. It was like whoever has to do like the dishes, whoever moves first has to do the dishes, and it was like some guy in a fridge and then some girl pouring water, and the water just like basically
kept filling.
That is funny.
That's awesome. Savannah, what's our third TikTok trend?
All right, so we have the help trend, which is basically where you just like pull on a door and it's locked and you're trying to get away from whatever is like trapped inside there with you. So one thing that was said on there is like, I sent you to 15 minutes in a room with your ex, and it's just trying to get out.
I feel like that would just be awkward.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like a lot of people use TikTok as like they're just like outlet.
It's like a coping.
Yeah. Like the free therapist.
Right. Have you guys seen the trend where it's like, all that work and what did it get me?
Yes.
It's literally Kurt from Glee.
So funny.
Yeah. Well, did you see that like the cast of Glee, like Jacob Artist and the girl who played Mercedes, like
Brightly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm so frustrated myself. I couldn't just think of that just now, but it's fine. But they like are like trying to get Chris Colfer to come back, and he did.
Yeah, so funny.
It's incredible. Chris Colfer is like so not in the media.
No, he's like an author now.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
There was a girl in my grade school that like loved his books, and I was like so astonished at him because like I was watching Glee as she was reading these books, and I was like, Kurt? Like, Kurt is writing books? Why?
Yeah.
Like, he's so talented. He should just be performing forever. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. But I do love that trend. I will say I made a little TikTok. I'm so embarrassed, but not really. I did like because I didn't even get carded for my first drink as a 21-year-old. And so I did the like, all that work and what did it get me? But it was funny. As always, I'm going to sit this one out this time. What are our fun facts this week, Elena? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I literally just changed it 2 seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
So apparently in Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig. It is considered animal abuse because they're social beings and get lonely, which is really sad.
Well, that's really surprising because don't like chipmunks like eat each other or like something like or hamsters?
I think it's hamsters.
Yeah, I think it's hamsters.
So guinea pigs don't eat each other?
No, apparently not.
That's good because that would be animal abuse. Like if you have to have two and then like the
one of them
guinea pig
just
is
eats each
always
other.
frightened that it's gonna get eaten. But that makes sense. That's kind of cute.
My sister had a guinea pig, and it was so loud.
I bet.
But it was alone, so I guess I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
True. Savannah, what's yours?
Okay, so with the total solar eclipse coming up on April 8th, it'll be the first one in 7 years since the last one was in 2017.
Okay.
And then the next one isn't happening until August 23rd of 2044, which is 20 years from now.
I'll be 40.
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with the guinea pig one. Sorry, Savannah, I know, but it's just kind of cute. Well, thanks for listening to the Not So Small Talk Show. Tune into the sports podcast, also being produced here, and remember, you can always catch us back here to learn big news.